Greetings, Minecrafters! Nonsanity here, and welcome to episode 8 of the Primus Unabridged series. I have been not filming lately. I've been doing a lot of stuff offline, but I want to get some of your opinions of what I should be doing next, so let's get started. So, what have we got here? This is the start of a building, perhaps. I was thinking like a greenhouse here. So I'll be filling in with some glass and a little bit more metal. Got these like I-beams going on here and concrete foundation. So this will be sort of a greenhouse on a hill in this enchanted magical forest with its tall mushrooms and bright colored greens. And we've got a nice pond here with an angelic squid by the look of it. And I was thinking about moving my clock tower right over here and have it sticking up. And have a greenhouse back there. But, you know, this is like the second time I've left spawn town to start a base. First time I just cleared some grass in a forest or cleared some trees in the forest and decided, no, it wasn't speaking to me. This one speaks more to me. I like this pond and the hill and the green, and I got a desert back there. So if I need a desert, I've got one. Some regular sort of tropical-ish forest over there. What we got on this? Got lots of silverwood trees. Have sort of a plains area over here. If it would load in, let me F3A. Get that to come in. All right, yeah. There's like a plains area. Some great wood trees. And I think there's one more biome over this way. Or is it just blend? Yeah, it's another sort of grasslandy. Just a different colored grass. Sort of shrubs and so forth. And this enchanted forest, or magical forest, extends farther down this way. And there's this larger section of it here. Well, maybe it's not larger. Large-ish. But here we've got these really tall trees and a bamboo forest. So we've got lots of different biomes around. It seems like a nice place. Good bit of desert here. So let's head back over to where I was starting to build. Thing is, I know from past experience that I want a lot of space. I want a big area. And this is not very big. This is tiny. This is minuscule. This is nothing. I can't hardly put anything in there, but this is just for, like, plants. So, like, last episode was all the agricraft, which I did a lot more between then and now. All offline. I wasn't going to have you inflict that on you. It was grindy enough for me, but I got through it all with the help of that watering can. So I've got my platinum ores. I got tons of iron and gold. Once I got a full crop going and let it run overnight, I got tons of stuff. It's almost, I'd say it's OP in how much you get. I was using my portal gun. I gave it custom colors, so let's pop through here. And we're back slowly here. Yes, we're here. So I've got 342,000 Certus quartz. That one ran overnight and got so much. 51,000, almost 52,000 gold. 21,500 copper. Almost 60,000 iron. About 10,000 emeralds. And the sand and the sugarcane I had from previously. So I've got, you know, I use the plants to make bunch of resources that I knew I'd need some of. And that's pretty good. Other thing I did offline was research. Now we have, let me get out my Thaumonomicon. Here it is. And we have there's in the config, there's something called the easy mode, which is not really easier. You just don't have to play the game. As you can see, I've got a lot of things researched here. Let's see if I can find something that I haven't researched that I want to. That's not much in there. I think I've done all these. Oh, here's something. Oop, nope, not that. Up here. Nightmare, Highway to Hell. Alright, as you can see, it's got 3 aspects that you need to buy this. I can't click it. I can't buy it right now because I'm out of vacuos and I think that's eider. But if I go in the table here, I can shift-click on eider, and it will create it from the motus and terra. And then it was vacuo, so I'll shift-click that and it'll make it from air and perdito. So I got a bunch of those. Now I go back in the book. Now I've got enough to buy it. Click it. I've bought it. That seems much easier than playing the game. Well, basically all of us have gotten tired of the game. We've all played it. Every now and then in this mod the game changes, I guess, to keep it fresh. That's probably a good thing. The only problem is when doing this is you need so much Victus, which means Aqua and Terra tends to go down first. I've run out of Terra multiple times. But the Victus, you need that to make Mortus, and you need Mortus and Victus to make Spiritus. So now we've needed 2 Victus to make 1 Spiritus. And then Spiritus is necessary for Cognito. And then Cognito is needed for Humanus, and Humanus is needed for Instrumentum, and Instrumentum is needed for Machina, Fabrico, Panus, Tutamen. Just a whole bunch of these require so many of the Victus. So I was constantly making more Victus and then filling it out for all the other things. So I was running out of Terra, but in this server, we've added a couple extra recipes, which I think may be making their way into the pack in its next version, or variations of them. And that's for the knowledge fragments. We have 2 recipes. We have this one, which takes any 2 shards in a book to make a knowledge fragment. So if you mine up a lot of shards, you can make knowledge fragments, and each one of these gives you 1 or 2 points, research points, in each of the basic aspects. Another recipe is to take the book and drop it in a mana pool, and that uses about as much as you'd use to make a mana diamond. That gives you a knowledge fragment as well. But I made stacks and stacks and stacks of knowledge fragments to get my way through all the research. And like I said, I've gotten, I think, there's a bunch of these that I need to unlock other things, or like this one I did because it had so much behind it, but I tend to try and avoid the ones with the forbidden, forbidden knowledge, because I don't want warp yet, because I don't have anything made in this pack. So there, I left that one, leaving that one. And, I don't even know what most of this is. There's a lot of stuff here that I've never used before. Left those 2. I think there's a lot in here that I have not unlocked. What is this? Oh, this is Tainted Magic, of course, yeah. So, APR, I could do this one. No, this one I don't have one of one of the aspects scanned yet. I could do that one. I just need 1 Aurum. Let's do that. Buy the Aurum. What was this one? Apiary Booster. So yeah, I've gone through. I did not do that one. Did not do that one. I don't want those warp. I accidentally did a few warps and was getting some effects, but it seems to have calmed down now that I'm not actually doing any Thaumcraft, so. But yeah, did all that off camera because it's just grunt work. It's grind. It's no fun. Another thing I did was I put a couple of wisp spawners that I got from some of the Thaumcraft World Gen structures around the world. Had 2 of them in there and had it running for a while. So I now have a whole bunch of ethereal essence, about 2,300 of each, 22 to 2,300 of the basics, and then let's see, essence, whole, a smattering of all the other specific ones. At some point I'll want to run this more because I'd like to have more of these specific ones for later. It just makes them very convenient. I had used another drive for something else, and so I just brought it here and stuck it in with the 3 drives at it. So I've got plenty of storage. Haven't changed much in here at all. Haven't changed much in here. Let's see how the laser drill has been doing. It's still far from full to go by the green bar. So yeah, it's been getting stuff. Nothing I super need. Oh, it's off right now. Yeah, this is off. I just wanted to make sure I had plenty of power, and I don't really need any of that right now, so I'll wait. Still plenty of Unlorium, so yeah. Things are good. Except I just haven't been inspired as to what I want to do when I leave spawn here. So let's head on back over to that area. I mean, I do like this spot. It's very picturesque. And that should be something interesting. But you notice I've got a hole here. So let's grab out one of these night vision potions, which I see I've got a lot of. And let's jump down the hole. I've got a big room. This is a very large room. I think it's about 64 wide. Yeah, it is 64 wide and tall. I put some floodlights in the walls so it keeps it lit on the floor, but it's just easier to see with the night vision potion. There's the hole I fell down. It's right in the middle. Basically, I put a digital miner up there and told it to limit itself to a certain top and bottom height. I think where it's like, was it 12? Yeah, 12 to 45 or so. To speed it up, I got a filler and brought the filler in here from Buildcraft, and it ate stuff, but it destroyed it instead of keeping it. I also got out the gecko laser and dug some, but it's rather imprecise and hard to get a nice clean room. I then went around with the Ophanix and slapped cobblestone on all the openings. There was a chasm that went through there, and just a whole bunch of cave openings here and there that I sealed off. So I have this nice sealed area. This is where I could put all of my stuff. But I'd like it to be interesting down here in some way. I did the warehouse and Daybreaker, so I don't want to do another warehouse. I do like using the really black Z-tones. Z-tones has the Gelt 15, which is almost pure black. Just going to cover the ceiling with that, and maybe down the walls a little bit, to make it look like there's no roof above us, like it's outside. And then do something with the walls to give it some sort of sensation to it. I don't know. Don't know what exactly I want to do. I do have a magnum torch down here, so nothing's going to spawn. And I have another one up on the surface, because that's far enough away. So, I mean, I'm willing to take ideas into consideration if you've got any. Put them in the comments. I mean, even sometimes just little things, little snippets of ideas. You don't have to come up with a grand idea for what to fill this room, but like a theme or, I don't know. I need something to inspire me. This biome inspired me enough. I like the idea of putting the clock tower here with this pond and just having not the whole building, just the clock tower part. Just the tall clock tower sticking up above the pond. I think that'll look cool. And the greenhouse would fit here nicely. I just wanted to put that up here on the hill. Had to expand the hill a little bit to make it fit. Sort of, you can see it's still growing the grass in some of the areas where I padded it out. Yeah, I mean, that's my ideas. And that is not the right shape for the clock tower. It was just sort of a temporary building I built. So let me know what you think. I'm going to go ahead and build the clock tower, and I'm going to work on this greenhouse. And then we'll see what happens next. So let me get some more stuff together, and I'll be right back. Alright, well, I've got some glass panes here that I've chiseled into the, what is it called? Bubble glass pane. I think Wells Knight used this for his greenhouse, and it is one of the best for a greenhouse, I think. Oh, look at all the caves down. You can see my room. I can see my room from here. Look at that. That's a big space. You can see all the caves that sort of intersected that area. Where's the chasm? There it is over there. So it sort of went right into that side and sort of ended in there. So yeah, F3A. So back to the glass. These metal things are made of ISM 10 from Z-Tones. And I just cut them down into posts. These are posts, right? Yeah, posts. Doubled the posts to make the pillars at the bottom. Some of them are on the outside of the building, like those two. And some are on the inside, like the ones in the corner. And where they meet, I'm going to have another layer of metal. I haven't quite decided which material. Excuse me. Oh, my night vision's wearing off. Is it nighttime? It's nighttime. Let's go ahead and sleep. Get it brightened up so you can see. Yep, went dark. There we go. So just lay down this first layer, and then I'm going to wand it up. I think it'll be 8 tall, if I remember correctly, or 7 tall. Yeah, that's going to look nice. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it is 8. Okay. That's good. So let me get all the rest of this up. No sense watching that happen. And I'll be right back. Alright, I think this is a nice design for this part. I'm not sure yet. It's almost done, and I can stand back and take a good look at it. I've got these technical blocks. I think it's called vent. Sort of putting them around the edges here. Oop. I just run out of... Yes, I did. So I will carve some more. Yeah, it's always these little details that are fun, but at the same time... I'd find myself tearing things down and starting over because I don't like it. This is looking okay. I think it looks okay from the inside. Not sure about that bit, but there's not much I can do about it. From the outside, I definitely like the look. Might even do that at the bottom. That's starting to look good. Now we'll have to do the top. I sort of had the vision of sort of curving in glass with like another little glass cupola on top. Or maybe not glass on the top, but definitely a glass roof because it's a greenhouse and you got to have the glass roof. I could do slopes from carpenter's blocks, or I can do layered micro blocks, sort of tight steps. The carpenter's blocks would definitely be easier, though be less curvy. Gotta think about what I want and maybe do some experiments. I may leave that for a bit and work on duplicating the tower, clock tower over here. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next. Let me get settled up, and I'll be right back. Well, that was a long gap between episodes, or between scenes. It's several days later. We've had some updates to the server. I've been sort of busy with that and some other things. Also did some live streams that weren't necessarily planned, but I rarely plan them. But I have built the clock tower. There it is. I think it looks really nice here. It's basically the same design as back in Spawn Village, just the tower by itself. Still haven't finished the greenhouse. I'm not sure how to do the roof yet. And I also didn't put a roof on this, but that's because I've been flying up and down in it. I've also been doing something in that room down below. Instead of taking that, let's take this. This is... I haven't finished the back edge over there, but this is what I was thinking about doing for its edges. Is having this... this all black. This is anti-block. So here is... I'm bumping up against the wall now. And I have some on the floor between the grass. And this is long grass from the flower biome in my RF Tools Dimension Age. I just thought this might be a nice way to have the sort of a Botania floor here. Not sure entirely. But I also need to readjust. It's a little bit off-center. Each of these holes should be in the corners of this platform, and it's off on two sides. But if we continue down, here you can see I've started on the opening room. I've been testing various materials and layouts, but I'm starting to like this look for the room. It's not the white that I normally go with. It's more of a gray, and this will probably change in the middle here too. And we've got ramps up to large rooms. This will probably be like Thaumcraft. And on this side, I had something else planned for this side. I'm not sure now. Oh, Blood Magic. Yeah, Blood Magic and Thaumcraft both need a big room. And then I'll have rooms off to the sides here that are a little bit lower down. 4. And there'll be squares with the entrance coming in at the corner. So like this will be one room and another room over here. I think that'll get us started. Underneath, I just scaled up my big reactor. It's got... let's go ahead and break a piece. Well, it's glass in the corners, because it doesn't matter what you put in the corners. You definitely don't need any fluids in there. Just glass fills it in. But where the glass plates are up here is liquid cryotheum, which I made a ton of. That took a while. I had a blizz. Somebody gave... Who was it that gave me the blizz? One of the guys on the server had a... Oh, it was Thor. Thor had a blizz in a one-use, single-use Safari net. And I transferred it to a regular Safari net, cloned a copy and gave it back to him, and then made lots of copies in my spawner to get the blizz powder to make the cryotheum. Built this really big reactor, and I am controlling it slightly differently. What I've got here is an RS latch from Blue Power, which is basically a switch for this line. This line can be turned on and off by this. When this side is turned on, it's off. When this side turns on, it turns it back on again. So it's basically an on-off from two different sources. That way, this one can set active when above 50%. That shuts down the reactor if I have at least more than 50% of my power, which it currently has. And over here, I say when it's below 20%, it will turn the reactor back on. Now, I have it set to 50% because when it was doing high drain, it was bouncing a lot. And this way, it'll go down all the way to 50%. It's at 60 and falling. When it hits 50%, it'll kick on. And when it does that, it gets well over 500% efficiency. So I think it'll put out about 52,000 RF per tick, something about that. Eventually, I'll have turbines, which are just even more efficient, and they'll all be given steam from this guy. I will hook up probably over here in this corner the water in, steam out to power them, and I'll probably put those into compact machines. But I'll need a lot of nether stars for that. So that is the basics of what I've done. And, I was thinking, I was still working in here and playing around with the design. With the update, we've got some new mods. Well, at least one new mod I was going to try out now. And that was called Catwalks. Oops. And I wanted to try out the catwalks, which use these steel grates. So let's get a couple stacks of those. Make a stack of catwalks. And I don't know the difference between the scaffold and the builder scaffold. Let's get some builder scaffold. Okay, for that I need regular scaffold. And then I turn it into builder scaffold. All right. It also has ladders and some support columns, caution tape, rope light. Let's grab a blowtorch at the same time. That's its sort of its version of a wrench. There we go. Now let's run back over to the new site. Wait for my night vision to kick in. Yeah, did I mention the night vision? I don't think I did. Right here I've got an environmental controller from RF Tools, and in there I made the night vision module. I set it to numbers that give me pretty much the entire space down here. So if I'm down in this chamber, I get night vision after a moment or two. Very handy while working on this. So now, let's see here. Now we can put this catwalk, sort of run it around. And this blowtorch can be used to open up panels. So I can put a door here and then have a catwalk running around. I don't have to make it out of microblocks. That's sort of cool. I'll get a fancy Melissus doors? M-door, whatever it's called. I'll have some things here. I don't know what I'm going to put there yet. Probably a display of some sort there and here and there. Those blue squares can all be displays if I want. A lot of micro blocks in this walls to get all these inset shapes and so forth. This one's a little bit easier. They're sticking out, though I still have the micro blocks on the back side, which I could probably take out now. Just put regular blocks. These are gray anti-blocks. If you put gray anti-blocks down like this, then they are brighter, and they are connected textures. To get them not to be bright connected textures, I use carpenter's blocks and attach them. I did this for the floor with white anti-blocks in the Resonant Rise series, so I knew that trick. But as to what I was thinking about doing next, let's put away the scaffolding. Just want to try this. Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's go up. More up. Give me more up. Oh, there goes my night vision wearing off now that I've left the chamber. There are faster ways to go up, but this works. Oops, it's getting to be night. Well, we're still going up. I guess you can't just do it this way. I thought you could just fly up. Whoop! Oh, that's weird. Whoop! Nope, that's not going to work. Alright, that was old information I was given. So, it looks like we're going to have to use a different method to try this out. What I wanted to try was the star mod. Or star miner mod. So we're going to need a man bazooka. There's two of them. One of them takes this core and one of them takes gunpowder. How much of this do I have? Not all of it. So I'm going to need some more of those. I think I need a furnace. How's that now? There we go. Man bazooka. May also want a solar wind fan. So I'm going to need to make some of these things. How many? 3. 1. 2. 3. Lapis. There we go. A fan. Anything else I need? Do I need a navigator? I'm not sure. Let's grab one just to be safe. Because this is a Japanese mod, there's not a ton of documentation in English. Oh, Kiwi's on. Hey, so that got cleared again. Is this like linked? Oh. Some of our settings have been reset because of the updates to the server. Alright, well I've got some of those. See if I need them. Oh, and the other thing... Gravity controller. I think I need one of those. I need a lot more lava. I've got to wait for it to generate some more. Should put a barrel on that and get a lot stored up. Dun, 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 dun. Give me a bucket. Nope. Give me a bucket. There we go. 2 of those. Gravity controller. Alright, so what happens if I... Well, I'm going to want it to go up. Let's go up on the roof here. We'll try it right here. So, do we need maybe we need a navigator underneath it. Come on. There it is. No, I thought that would give a beacon or something. Anyway, going to hop in and off we go. That didn't go very high. All right. No. That doesn't go very high at all. And I've got the gravity widget. Gonna have to look it up. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's go up. Come on. Got it? All right. Got it. Let's go up to around, 250 or so. I'm watching my altitude. I didn't know you took damage when you got up too high. Never flown just straight up past the build height. And there we go. Good enough. Get out my angel block. Put the cannon on top of that. And off we go. Ah, there we go. That's all I needed to do. Look at this. We are in space. Space. I like space. Let's see. Does this... Well, I got flight. I should be able to just fly where I want to go. No. Shift. Whoop. Oh, now I can fly. All right. And as we get close to this... Whoa. Creative flight behaves weird with this. Sponge. We have a planet full of sponge. Well, at least a sponge on the outer side. Makes for a nice soft landing. Ah, there's glowstone here. Look at that. Let's go. Boom. This is the inside of a star. Oh, wait. There's another star inside this star. There. Can't tell which way is up. It just stuck me head first into it. Okay, there, back to the center. So that is interesting. There's lots of diamond and emerald and stuff. Not that I need it. This would be a good place to mine. Looks like I'm the first here. And if you dig into this, you have the outer core, the inner core, and down at the center, you have the star core, the gravity core, which you can adjust the gravity. It's at 45, 53. Star radius, and then it's gravity. Spherical or cubical or... Whoa. Yeah, that's dangerous to click on when you're inside the star. Very cool. Let's see if I can get out. Hey, there we go. It's daytime now. There should be more stars around. Oh, here's another one over here. This one's got trees on it that are sideways. It also looks very flat. Is something just not loading? Yeah, okay, just not loading. Do I need to do the F3A up here too? Yeah, I do. Okay. So yeah. So basically, whichever side you approach... Oh, well... Yeah, I have momentum. Once I turn off creative flight... There we go. You keep moving in the same direction you were going in. Oh, look, there's an ice one over there. Looks like there's ores among the rocks, or is that just cobble out there? But if I start walking along the outside of this, eventually it flips. And you're on the next side. Notice these grass blocks have grass on all sides. This is star dirt. Just sort of cool. Even in here, I'm sideways if I'm sideways. But yeah, I got star dirt, which is all grass. So that is the ground straight ahead. Let's go around another side so the ground is straight over top. And flip my view upwards. No. There we go. A little dark on this side. Guess they don't have mob spawning. That makes sense. I'm on the underside of it. The ground is overhead and the sun is below the sphere. We'll keep going around. Get back onto the lighter side. And flip. When you flip, your camera view doesn't. I knew that was coming, so I adjust my mouse. This time I will just look straight ahead. Oh, it does move. Yeah, it does move. That was the opposite of what I expected the first time. But now we're back on top. So if I go into fly mode and I start towards that and I turn flight off. Yep, I'm drifting in the same direction I was drifting. If I get close enough to this, will I? Nope. Well. And that needs to force reload. Alright, turn flight back on. Let's come back towards this. Oh, I landed on one of the rocks up here and turned off my flight. There we go. Yeah, this is supposed to let you push yourself around and change direction when you're floating. Doesn't seem to work for me. Maybe there's a trick to it. But hey, packed ice. I don't have any packed ice. What's it underneath? Sandstone. I don't know how many different material types these things are made of. I'm not getting this, am I? I need a silk touch, which I've got. It's just slow. I'll grab a little bit of it. So remember, there are a few recipes that use packed ice, aren't there? Yeah. Well, one. And it uses two. I don't know if I need it. So I'll just grab a little bit. Alright, that's enough. So I'll put some of this away. Send the sponge back home. So yeah, this is the Star Miner mod. Now, the cores... Let's go into the center of this one here. Definitely want to have like long fall boots or an angel ring before you come here, because you'll be doing a lot of falling from heights, because heights will suddenly change on you. Wee. What I was thinking is to use some of this technology in my base. I'm not sure exactly how, but it would be fun to have gravity switch around on you a little bit here and there. And go walking on the ceiling. Now, I did notice that it's got a number of things like tree saplings and flowers and chests and beds that are basically the star bed. And you use stardust by not grinding, but taking some of this outer core here, turning it into the dust, and then, do I have a regular chest? I do. So I am on the top, I think. So let's go down to the bottom. No, that's where I came in. That's the top. I was on the bottom. So this is the bottom. So I am upside down right now. If I place a regular chest here, it is upside down as well. And also backwards. But if you craft it with a piece of this dust... Oh, no, there it is. No. Isn't that how you did it? Oh, for this one you use the gravity walls, which is 3 dust. Okay. So let's go into my thing here. 3 of those with a chest, and you get chest plus G, I guess plus gravity. Now when I place it, it looks right side up, even though it's upside down. Let's go on the side here. Try it again. Yep. Can I fly? Yeah. Particles went that way. That way is down. This way is up. There we go. But instead of harvesting one of those cores, which I guess I could do, let's try that. So now now it's not going to flip me. Oh, that was strange. Yep, gravity is now locked into one direction. Makes it a little easier to get around this thing, and I might as well harvest it since I took out the core. I may notice there's a little tingling sound. That is... Oh, actually, I forgot to use my headphones. I'm sorry if you're getting echoes on any game effects. Probably they're turned down pretty low on my speakers. There, that should be better. I've got the Coin of Fortune from Reliquary. Combined with the electromagnet, it just sort of works a little bit better. The electromagnet sort of pulls things towards you, but until they actually touch you, they don't get picked up. And if the server is lagging a little bit, or something else is going on, they may just start orbiting you and never actually touch you. Whereas the coin teleports things to you that are very close to you. It doesn't work from very far away unless you manually hold it in your hand and activate it. Then it works from farther away. But I want things, while I'm, like tearing something apart like this, or, working in on the base, I want things to get picked up from no matter how far away, well, within limits. I like the range of the electromagnet, but it just didn't always get the things to me. So now if they come close enough, the coin will grab them. So that combination works pretty well. That was weird. I hadn't actually broken it. I thought I had. Okay. Now things are really screwy. Whoa. Flight's off. Let's put this thing back down again. Give it a radius of 5, gravity 5. Alright, I'm right side up again. Now break it. Okay. Make sure you're right side up when you break one of those, or you may get stuck in... now I can't move at all. Am I stuck in this block? No. Alright, when I'm in flight mode, I can move. But for some reason now when I get out of flight mode... Oh, okay, there's no gravity. Yeah, because it was confused because it wasn't really broken, but it was. That's why I was falling to the bottom of this outer sphere. There shouldn't be any gravity once it's broken. And there isn't. So I can't move around. I have no traction on the ground. I'm just floating here above the ground. So let me break the last of these, and we'll try out the fan again. Now that I'm definitely not in... I also can't dig these very quickly because there's no gravity. It thinks I'm flying. So yeah, I'm not falling. So fan. Ah, okay, there we go. So it pulls you in the direction that you're fanning. Bonk. It's like we're playing Ender's Game. Except we're inside the star. Whee. It'll be fun to make your base here. That would be interesting. Do I want to? No, it'd just be annoying to have to get around without the gravity. Unless I put the gravity core down here at the bottom and set its range to the entire sphere. And then the sphere would have normal gravity when you're inside it, but don't go underneath it. That'd be a huge range of weird gravity outside the sphere. Let's see. Pop. So let's... cubic cylinder. Looks like 48 is as big as it gets. There. It's definitely confused here. Oh, there we go. Ah. Yeah. Can I get to it? Use the fan. No, not working now. Ah. What is it doing to me? There. I can get it. Whew. Yeah, I don't think it's... I don't think... I would get annoyed. Let's put it that way. This would annoy me. Alright, well, let's head out the bottom here. And I think we just head back down. Nope. Nope. That is not how you get home. Well, how do you get home? Let's go land on the green one over here. So just like you can't go flying up, you can't go falling down either. So how do you get home? Let me look that up. Well, it looks like you do just go down. But I can always teleport home. So let's just get out my teleporter. And I'm going to switch to flying here while I'm still aimed feet first towards the ground. And I'm going to start flying that way. And now I'm going to use the fan to pick up some speed. And we're about to hit 0. And going down. Maybe we're going into re-entry. I'm not actually taking damage because of my armor. And we're not going down any farther. I don't know. I'm just going to teleport home. Oh, yeah. There we go. So I don't know. All the instructions I found is just you go down. Oh, now I'm flying through the world. That usually only happens when I'm streaming. And I'm still on fire. That's okay. It was a cold day anyway. So, well, that's a little bit of that mod. Solar wind fan and the gravity controller. I'll have to figure out how that works later. Got a lot of those. And the star chest. One of the mods we have is iBench, which I really like. It is an excellent auto-crafter. Or not auto-crafter, but personal crafter. It is replacing my Ophanics. But it also has these balance, rotate, and extract everything out. So let's just sort of grab some materials here, get some diorite and some andesite just for demonstration purposes. I also have it bound to the key C. So even though, you know, as it's not selected in my hand, if I hit C, it pops it open. So it doesn't even have to be in your hotbar. I can have it in here, hit C, and it still works. But I tend to like all my stuff in my hotbar. So now if I were to make like a recipe that was a fake, there's no recipe like this, but if there was, and you say, oh, that's not right, you can rotate it. And the rotate is all the way around. So if I go like that and then start rotating, you can see it's rotating the whole thing around. And this button takes everything out. And here's one of the nicest things. You can shift-click things in. Which often, if it's a recipe where everything is different, or they don't stack, and every slot is filled, you can just shift-click them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it'll work. If it's a shapeless recipe, you can definitely just shift them in. Balance will, if you have something like this, where they're all different numbers, hit balance, and it evens them out as much as it can. And it also has a trash can if you want to get rid of something. Get rid of this piece of... poof, it's gone. So it is a very handy crafting item, and I really like it. So aside from that, I think I ran wisps. I think I showed that. I hope I showed that. Got all my petals because I did a lot of agrocraft. That's the word I was looking for. What's it doing over here? It's idle, right? Yes. I was doing glowstone. Oh, it finished because I got 640,000 glowstone. Very nice. It actually filled up. A resonant cache is now filled with glowstone because I left this running. Thankfully it stopped. These have to be done in the dark with glowstone underneath the soul sand. So I'm going to turn this off. No. Hi. There we go. And I'll gather these up. So I use this dark glass to keep the light out while I was working on them. And before them, the netherwort, I had tiered the netherwort up. And that also needed to be in the dark. The netherwort is bred with, I don't know, one of the tulips or something. I think it's the orange-colored tulip. I forget. Which, for that to grow, needs light. So basically what you do is you grow it in the light and then make it dark and grow the netherwort. Oops. And then keep it dark to crossbreed them. So it takes a little bit of logistics to figure out which bit goes where, or you know, when to make it light and when to make it dark and so forth. But you can do it. You can breed those. So I put this fake grass back, and I'll just put the soul sand. I'll leave the dark glass here. I might need it. These night horrors should all be like these, 10, 10, 10. So keep those. Those are the 10, 10, 10s. Put them in here. That is a graphics glitch. They're not actually there. I'll put these away. Those are the ones I was breeding up. Sticks. And lots of glowstone. And this chest should be full of glowstone too. So let me send that home. Oh, that's right. Holding with mouse tweaks, hold down Shift and left click, and just keep holding left click and drag around. You can send all that stuff to the other container. Very handy. So I think we'll wrap it up here. Definitely a different episode, mostly construction. Now that I'm getting someplace to do all my building, or now that I'm getting a building to do all my stuff in, and which side of the door am I on? Which side does it think I'm on? I'll start to be able to do, serious automation. And I really am looking forward to doing more automation. It's been too long. Put it off long enough. What, is that full? I cannot put the glowstone in, huh? Oh, look at that. It's all full. Man, I got too much stuff. Need more cells. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more of that. Then once I've gotten enough floor space, even if I haven't got the designs nailed down for what everything looks like over here, once I've got the rooms and I know where everything's going to go, I'll start moving things over just temporarily. I'll just maybe fill one of these little rooms up with all my machines and just give them power so that I've got them. But they're over here. Now I can jump back and forth. I guess I could leave them there until I'm ready to move. But I guess the first thing is to set up the AE. So expect that when we come back next episode, which hopefully will be soon now. I can see all sorts of stuff around me here. Nothing interesting. There's a mine over there. Caves. F3A. So expect setting up the AE2 system. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more construction done. I like these. These look cool. Black or white? What do you think? Sort of like the black. Little accents of white. Anyway, sorry. It's taken me a long time to try and figure out what I want this to look like. And I think this room will be this gray, but other rooms I'm going to start using other colors. But I'll be using a lot of anti-blocks with various accents, I think. Just because, you know, it's clean, it's simple, it's modern. Go with that. All right. This is Nonsanity. Signing off. Take care. Be good. And see you next time.